Resident Evil Requiem got me out of depression. And I'm not exaggerating here. Like, after playing that game and reviewing my footage, I saw how depressed I was. There are multiple times where there were jump scares that should scare me that I wasn't moved. Resident Evil Requiem was recently released and I completed that game in 3 days. Why? Because I had work on Monday and I didn't want to have the game in my head when I should be focused on work. And that's the problem, right? The problem is the fact that when you've been paying bitch-ass bills for years, you forget that you're supposed to enjoy your life. You're supposed to be doing things outside of you come, you go to work, you eat lunch, you talk with your coworkers, you have a grand time, you go home, you prepare for work the next day. Maybe if you have kids, you take care of the kids. You're supposed to be enjoying some part of your life, right? Like for some people, it's fishing. Why do you think some guys get really into fishing? It's, oh man, I messed up my lens. I touched the lens. Give me a minute. All right. Is that better? All right. That's why some guys are really into fishing, because it's the one thing that gives them joy that they held on to. And I realized for me, my fishing was gaming, and I stopped doing that. And then started to get depressed, started to get bummed out, didn't have that energy, that zest for life, it was gone. But I had a zest for my career and for moving forward. And I think I've done good enough with my career, but like there is still that blah, that sadness, that down feeling. But playing Resident Evil Requiem, it brought some of that back, that zest, right? That ooh la la, that shooting zombies in the face. So much fun. It brought me back to the reality of enjoy things, do things for fun of it, not just for getting to the goal. Like you're gonna get to the goal. You can get to the goal with two methods, right? You can focus on what you need to do and do it really rigid like, or you can do it, have fun, have some structure. Like structure helps, but it doesn't have to be a slog. It doesn't have to be boring. It can be fun, right? It can be fun. Resident Evil showed me that I wasn't having fun. While playing the game, listen here, while playing the game, I reviewed my gameplay and I looked like a sad, boring bitch. Look at this motherfucker. Look at him. No emotion, no nothing. Just looking at the screen like I'm gonna shoot these guys and I'm gonna finish my checkpoints. Treating it like work when it's supposed to be fun, right? You're supposed to feel scared. But, you know, through years of paying bitch-ass bills, as I said before, you kind of lose that shit, right? Kind of lose the fun, the spirit of enjoyment. Looking at this and seeing how, like, all right, look at this part right here. I'm supposed to be scared of this specific situation. Look at that. Nothing. Not a jump, no nothing. Dead emotions. That's that right there. See? Boom, look at it. Dead emotions. Looking at how disconnected this motherfucker is. It's really sad, right? I used to enjoy games. I used to play, listen, when I was a kid, I played Resident Evil 4. And that shit scared me. But it was fun. It was fun to feel your heart beating through your chest. But I didn't have that with this game, right? That beating through your chest didn't have that. Could be because of adulthood, right? You grow up, you develop some nerves, like scary shit don't scare you no more. Resident Evil 4 was my first horror game, but it still goes to show that when I was younger, had more emotions. Now they're kind of baseline. Could be a normal part of adulthood. But at the same time, didn't feel good to know this thing that I enjoyed seems like I wasn't enjoying it as much. But after completing Resident Evil and seeing how good of a game it was, I was so happy with it. And I realized it's not just me, it's gaming as a whole. Like playing Resident Evil 4 as a kid, I didn't have to pay for DLC and all that crap. But now it's something that I think about. If I'm playing a game, I'm thinking, man, I don't want to spend additional money on in-game currencies to get stuff. And that kind of pushes me away from the game. Like, instead of paying money to buy in-game currencies and to buy cosmetics and all that garbage, I could just save my money and buy something else in the real world. But Resident Evil, paid my money, played the game, and I was able to basically unlock all the stuff that I needed to unlock in the game itself without having to pay more cash. Case in point, they give you the option to turn on infinite ammo. If you so please, you can play the game with infinite ammo. And another thing with this, I really like magnums, like powerful magnums. I love them. This game gives you a powerful magnum off rip. So obviously, I replayed it with infinite ammo. There's a stool right here. I'm going to just rest my leg here. I replayed it with infinite ammo. You know how fun that was? Just running around, shooting zombies in the head. No ammo limitations. With a fun gun that I actually enjoy. You know how great that was, my spirit? That feeling of just pure enjoyment. And the game runs like butter. No issues, no random game crashing, no nothing. Just like, hey, turn on the game work, play game. Unbelievable. Just thinking about it, I'm like, damn. I've been in the slog for years playing these bitch-ass games. Loot box after loot box. In-game microtransaction after microtransaction. I can't even talk straight. Apparently they're working on DLC. I can't wait for that shit. Can't wait. One thing though, Grace was great. Fantastic character. I didn't realize that I would enjoy Grace's actress's performance so much, but I did. It's great. Like overall, Resident Evil Requiem is a great game. It's so good that I've been playing it on and off, just shooting stuff. You know, just shooting zombies in the head. And it felt good. Felt so good. That's all. That's what I needed. Just to walk around with a magnum, and if somebody jumps out at me to startle me, ha! Bam! Off with thine head. But either way, like, the depression thing is serious. Like, I don't think you realize how, I think depression has woven its way into our society very slowly. Where like full-grown adults will be walking around with full-blown depression, and they don't even know. I keep looking at the viewfinder when I should be looking at the lens. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. I'm new to this. Well, I'm not new. I've been doing it for a while, but I'm back at this again, all right? So work with me. Work with me, all right? We've been depressed and just poorly treated for such a long time in the gaming industry, right? And not just in the gaming industry, just in the economy as a whole. Like, what do you mean I have to pay for so many different streaming services to watch a show that's going to get canceled if it doesn't get enough viewers? It's just cable now at this point. The thing that we're running away from, we're back at it, but we're paying more. Like, what do you mean? Oh, I paid $10 for Netflix, but now you're just going to charge me $16 and there's no real... Why am I paying more for this shit? Let's bring it back to gaming, right? Why is it, instead of me playing the game and getting rewards for playing the game, I have to buy the in-game currency to then buy something in the game? Honestly, if they had like microtransactions or some in-game store bullshit, I wouldn't have played this game. I would have saved my goddamn money and done something else. But no, this was a great experience. And it brought me, it brought me back to life. It brought some life back to my life. Who knew getting chased by some giant monster called the Girl would have filled me with glee? It's like tag, right? Like, kind of like tag. Like, ooh, she's gonna get you. Mm-hmm. I shouldn't be looking at the viewfinder. I should be looking at the lens. Resident Evil 4 was a game that I really enjoyed as a kid. It was great fun. And Leon was one of my favorite kinds of protagonists, right? He spoke shit, but he was really capable. And I guess that was popular for the time with people like Dante from Devil's May Cry. But seeing him return, and he's talking shit, he's old, so he's not as flashy, but he's still like roundhouse kicking bitches. Like, he's still like doing cool shit even at that age. Like, I'm nowhere near 50, but seeing this video game character that I grew up with, and he's moving with such life, such vigor, dare I say. And I'm moving around like a sad little bitch. Don't bode well. I don't gotta move like that, right? We don't have to move like that. We can be happy. We can be eccentric. Why not? You got one life to live. Step on some zombie heads. If you like this style of content, let me know. I think it's fun to do. If you want to see me again, you know what? If this video gets 1 subscriber and 1 view, I'll make another one. You know, it's so low you can't fail, but I might fail. You know what's so interesting about these little mics? People like to hold them like this, but what's very odd about them is the fact that you actually have like a clip on it. So you can just like clip it to your shirt. Right? Or you can use like the magnet. Like there's a magnet on it that you can use to like clip it to your shirt too. So when I see people holding this mic, I'm thinking, why are you doing that? You don't need to be holding that shit. Like just talk to the camera. Like you boom. Just talk to the camera. You don't need to hold this shit. Like you don't. I'm gonna try it this time though. I'm gonna try holding it. This feels so weird. It feels so odd. Like, why do I don't know if I want to do this. I don't know if I want to do this. You know what? I'll try. Yeah, fuck it. Fuck it. We not doing this shit, gang. We not doing this shit, gang. Yeah, right here. Right? You can just turn it around and it's on your shirt and there you go. Oh, no need for nothing else. Maybe it will pull down my shirt a little bit, but that's all right.